Hi students, welcome to Sankalp Study Success. Today I am going to explain about previous NEET, JEE and MSET chemistry questions in biomolecule. Okay, this is very important questions. Okay, what is that first question? The number of hydrogen bonds present in the sequence of a strand of double helical DNA 5' ATGCC-TAA is A 16, B 19 hydrogen bonds, C 24, D 20. What is the answer? Listen to me. So this is the second question. So first of all, we are discussing about first question. So what is that? The number of hydrogen bonds, right, present in the sequence of, this is the sequence is given, right, ATGCC-TAA is. So number of present in the sequence of strand of double helical, okay, DNA containing a double strand helical structure. So this is the 5' terminal, that is the 5' terminal. Okay, we know that in DNA, adenine can forms 2 hydrogen bonds with thymine. Guanine can forms 3 hydrogen bonds with cytosine. We know that. Okay, in DNA, the hydrogen bonds present between adenine and thymine, guanine and cytosine. Adenine can forms 2 hydrogen bonds with thymine. Guanine can forms 3 hydrogen bonds with cytosine. We know that. So this is A. This is A can always forms 2 hydrogen bonds. T also can always forms 2 hydrogen bonds. Guanine can also forms 3. Guanine can forms 3 hydrogen bonds. Cytosine can also forms 3 hydrogen bonds. And this is also cytosine can forms 3 hydrogen bonds. This is the thymine. Thymine forms 2 hydrogen bond. And A adenine 2 hydrogen bonds. And A 2 hydrogen bonds. Right. Totally 2 2. 4, 3, 7, 3, 10 plus 3, 13 plus 2, 15 plus 2, 17 plus 2, 19. So this is the answer. Okay, right. This is very important question. Right. Next, okay. Next goes to second question. If the sequence of bases in DNA is TGAA-CCC-TT, then the sequence of bases in mRNA is meta-RNA is. Okay, here in this question what is given? Sequence of bases in DNA is given. He is asking find the sequence of bases in mRNA. mRNA like RNA. Okay, in mRNA or mRNA means messenger RNA, rRNA means ribosomal RNA, tRNA means transfer RNA. Okay, we know that in DNA, right, adenine can forms hydrogen bond with thymine, guanine can form hydrogen bond with cytosine at government college. So this is the code, how to remember, at government college. So in RNA like mRNA, okay, no problem. Okay, AUGC, Andhra University Government College, AUGC, right. So here, so we know that in DNA 4 bases are there. What are that? Adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine. In RNA also containing 4 bases: adenine, guanine, cytosine, uracil. So both DNA and RNA containing 3 common bases. What are that? Adenine, guanine, cytosine. So both are different to thymine and uracil. Okay, DNA containing thymine and RNA containing uracil. Right. According to this, so T always, A, TA, and G always can form hydrogen bond with C. Sequence of base A, right. So this is RNA, this is rRNA. In rRNA, right, AU. This is also AU. So GC or CG, both are complementary bases. G, T. So T, right, at TA, right. So this is the answer. So AC. So this is not AC, UU, GGG, A. This is the answer. So how to write? In DNA, what are the base? At GC, at Government College. In RNA, AU Government College, Andhra University Government College. So according to this, at TA, GC, AU, GC, and TA, and another T again, E. So this is the sequence of bases in mRNA. Okay, in mRNA, thymine is absent. Okay, in the answer, thymine is absent. Okay, thymine is absent. Only adenine, cytosine, uracil, guanine are present. So that is right. If T is written, that is wrong. Why? In RNA, thymine is absent. Right. So this is the answer. These two are very, very important. Okay, next goes to another bit. Okay, next bit. Glucose on prolonged heating with HI gives. So this is the direct bit. Okay, we know that glucose C6H12O6 on heating with hydrogen iodide in the presence of red phosphorus on heating gives a N-hexane. So this is the direct bit. So here 6 carbons present in straight line. So that is N-hexane. Right, N-hexane. So this is the answer. So glucose on prolonged heating with hydrogen iodide gives N-hexane. So this is studied in properties of glucose. Now goes to another bit. Synthesis of each molecule of glucose in photosynthesis involves. So ATP is the adenosine triphosphate. That is discussed in the previous video. Adenosine triphosphate. So it is the energy carrier. So it is the source of energy also, right? It is involved in photosynthesis. So synthesis of each molecule of glucose in photosynthesis involves. It is also a direct bit. So 18 molecules of ATP. Okay, 18 molecules of ATP. So in synthesis of each molecule of glucose in photosynthesis involves 18 molecules of ATP, right? Next goes to another bit. Okay, next goes to another bit. The two forms of D-glucopyranose obtained from two solution of D-glucose are called, right, isomers, anomers, epimers, enantiomers. So this is also direct bit. So answer, we know that D-glucose in aqueous solution, okay, right, two isomers alpha D-glucopyranose, beta D-glucopyranose. So here OH is present on right, that is alpha. HOH CH, this is the alpha. Okay, here OH can be present on right side, left side. So at first carbon, these two are different. at first carbon, and remaining carbons are as it is. At first carbon, here the OH is present on right side, that is alpha D-glucopyranose. At the first carbon, the OH is present on left side, that is beta D-glucopyranose. Right. So, if the two isomers are different at first carbon in the configuration, that is said to be anomers. That is said to be anomers. What is that? If the two isomers are different at configuration of OH at first carbon is known as anomers. So alpha D-glucopyranose and beta D-glucopyranose are anomers. Why? These are different at OH group of these two are different at first carbon in OH configuration. Remaining all carbons same, HOH, HOH, OH, HOH. Okay, remaining carbons same. These two are different at first carbon only. Here OH is present on right side, here OH is present on left side. So that alpha D-glucopyranose or beta D-glucopyranose. These two are different at only at first carbon. So that are anomers. What is epimers? If the two isomers are different at except first carbon, that means more than first carbon. So that means that two are different at second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon or fifth carbon. That is said to be epimers. Okay. The two isomers are different at first carbon, that is said to be anomers. If the two isomers are different at second or third or fourth or fifth carbon in OH configuration, that is said to be epimers. Enantiomers, so these are not enantiomers. What is enantiomers? Enantiomers are a mirror images which are not non-superimposable. So these two are not a mirror images. And also not non-superimposable. Right? These two are not a mirror images and non-superimposable. So this is not a enantiomers. So what is the answer? Anomers is the answer. Next. Okay. Next goes to another bit. The correct statement about the following disaccharides is, so these are the following disaccharides. So this is the combination of two monosaccharide units, right? This is the one monosaccharide, this is the combination of two monosaccharide units. This is the A unit, this is the B unit, right? So here answers are given. This is the ring A, this is the ring B, right? Okay, ring A is the pyranose structure. Why? Ring A is the pyranose. We know that pyranose. So pyranose is the 6-membered ring. It is its name is came from, it is resembles with the pyran. So the structure of pyranose is similar to pyran. So its name is given for pyranose, right? So it is a 6-membered ring. It is also a 6-membered ring. In 6-membered ring, 5 are carbons, 1 is oxygen. Similarly, this also 6-membered ring, 1 is oxygen, remaining 5 are carbons. This is the 5-membered ring. So this is the furanose. So this structure resembles with furan. This is the furan. This is the furan is the 5-membered ring. In the 5-membered ring, 1 is the oxygen, remaining 4 are carbons. So the furanose structure is resembles with the furan. So that is the 5-membered ring. So this is the furanose ring, this is the pyranose ring, right? Ring A is pyranose, okay, right? With alpha glycosidic link, this is the glycosidic linkage bond. So this glycosidic linkage bond at alpha carbon in A. So this is the right answer. The correct statement about the following disaccharide. Correct statement. This is the right. And ring A is furanose. Okay, this is wrong. Ring A is pyranose. Ring B is furanose. Okay, right? With alpha glycosidic linkage. Okay, this is not a alpha glycosidic linkage. This can be written beta. So this is also wrong. Ring B is pyranose. Ring B is not a pyranose. Ring B is the furanose. So this is the wrong answer. So this is the right. Ring A is the right. Ring A is the pyranose with alpha glycosidic linkage. Okay, next goes to another bit. Okay, next, this is very important bit. The pair of compounds in which both the compounds give positive test with Tollens reagent is, so what is that? The pair of compounds in which both the compounds give positive test with Tollens reagent is glucose and sucrose, this is one pair. Fructose and sucrose, this is another pair. So third one, acetopenone and hexanol. So D is the glucose and fructose. Okay, what is the answer? Right, Tollens test. Tollens, ammonical silver nitrate is said to be Tollens reagent. Ammonium hydroxide plus silver nitrate, the mixture of ammonium hydroxide plus silver nitrate is said to be ammonical silver nitrate. Ammonium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide and silver nitrate. So this mixture is said to be ammonical silver. These two mixture gives you ammonical silver nitrate, right? Okay, in the Tollens test forms a silver mirror, right? Here Ag2O will convert to Ag, right? So the compound in the Tollens test, the compound must containing aldehyde group. Aldehyde group means C double bond OH group. So which compound containing aldehyde functional group, that gives Tollens test. That is this is aldehyde group. Aldehyde group. So which compound containing aldehyde functional group, that gives Tollens test, right? So this is the information about Tollens reagent. Okay, glucose and sucrose. Glucose containing aldehyde functional group, right? So this gives okay, etc., right? This gives Tollens test. But sucrose is a disaccharide, and that is already discussed about. That is a disaccharide. In that here the two monosaccharide units, like that two are present in that aldehyde. The aldehyde functional groups of right. The one of the aldehyde functional group of one monosaccharide and ketone functional group another monosaccharide. The two are involved in glycosidic linkage in sucrose. Okay, the two functional groups, aldehyde and ketone functional groups, are connected with glycosidic linkage. So that is a non-reducing sugar. Okay, sucrose is a non-reducing sugar, right? Due to absence of free aldehyde group and amisyl hydroxy group. And this is the wrong answer. Fructose, sucrose. This is also fructose. Fructose gives Tollens test, but it is contain, and another one is sucrose. So this pair is not. And acetopenol and hexanol. So this is containing aldehyde hexanol. So this is hexanol. So this is containing aldehyde functional group. So it gives Tollens test. But acetopenone is a ketone functional group. So acetopenone is a ketone functional group. The compound, right? If the compound containing aldehyde functional group only, that gives only Tollens test. But it is containing ketone functional group. It does not give Tollens test, but it gives Tollens test. So this is the wrong answer. This is also wrong answer. Glucose and fructose. Glucose gives Tollens test due to presence of aldehyde functional group. But fructose generally, it is also containing ketone functional group. But it gives Tollens test because so in the basic condition, okay, here the basic conditions of reagent. So ammonium hydroxide is there, that is the base. NH4OH. Okay. Fructose gives you a tolerance test because under the basic conditions of reagent, this reagent containing base, what is that? Ammonium hydroxide. So, okay, we know that Lowry de Bruijn van rearrangement. That means glucose or fructose or mannose, anyone reacted with base, that gives reversible isomerism takes place. That gives, this is fructose, that gives mixture of, that gives glucose and mannose, right? If the mannose can be treated with base like ammonium hydroxide, that will gives the fructose and glucose. So these three are reversible isomerism can take place in the presence of base. So this is the tolerance reagent, that is the basic, that is containing base. In the basic medium, fructose undergoes reversible isomerization gives you a glucose. Glucose gives you a tolerance test. Okay, fructose and glucose gives you a tolerance test. Fructose containing a ketone functional group, but it gives you a tolerance test. Due to fructose can be treated with the base to give rearrangement of glucose and mannose. So that rearrangement, that in aqua solution that is containing glucose gives a tolerance test, positive tolerance reagent. Okay, in the tolerance reagent, what is there? Base is there, NH4OH. That is that reagent is in the presence of that base, fructose gives a glucose, right? So this is the answer. I hope to clear this everyone. Please subscribe our channel.